In exchange for ammunition and weapons, the Kremlin has unblocked North Korea's assets. The New York Times reported the matter concerns $9 million out of $30 million frozen in Russian banks.
Russia is apparently trying to make some gestures for North Korea within the framework of their agreements in response to receiving arms, because Korea will not be able to legally access international financial systems. It is under sanctions that were adopted by the UN Security Council, which was supported by the Russian Federation in particular. So Russia cannot lift the restrictions at the official level.
According to a comment of the intelligence agencies of U.S. allies to the New York Times, North Korea will presumably spend the unfrozen money to buy Russian oil. In order to continue receiving arms from North Korea, Moscow allowed a front company to open an account in Russian bank in the Russian-occupied territory of Georgia. Analysts believe that Pyongyang needs to gain access to international banking networks and conduct transactions not only with the Russian Federation, but also with its partners.
New banking ties would be another sign of the steady advancement in relations between the two countries. The expanding partnership has most likely emboldened the North, as it has issued a stream of belligerent threats in recent months, US officials say, from the publication in the New York Times.
The UN and the US imposed sanctions on North Korea because of Pyongyang's nuclear weapons tests. By helping them circumvent the restrictions which Moscow itself voted for, the Kremlin is once again violating international agreements.
They can always say, "Oh no, it's a private bank, our investigators will look into it." But it will go no further than those words. James Brown, professor of political science at Temple University in Tokyo, in a comment to the New York Times.
North Korea is decisively influenced by China. Beijing is Pyongyang's largest trade partner. Experts admit that China will control the process of North Korea's reapproachment with Russia, since China may not like interference in its sphere of influence.
The Chinese presence is felt there because during Shoigu's visit there was a Chinese representative at the parade. The visit was deliberately organized to be during the parade, with military arrangements at the same time. After Kim Jong-un's visit, there was again a visit by a Chinese representative. And now, after the visit of the North Korean foreign minister to Moscow, the Chinese deputy foreign minister came to Pyongyang. From these aspects, we can conclude that China is monitoring this situation.
It is likely that North Korea's access to financial networks is only part of Moscow's and Pyongyang's agreement. North Korea is keen to obtain modern military technology, for example, nuclear submarines. In turn, the Kremlin is not ready for such decisions yet. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Nikita Skoblikov, UATV News.